Green Tree Productions is proud to present Duncanville Weekly News. It's the good news just for the City of Champions, Duncanville, Texas. And now, here's your host, John Thompson.
Hello world, America, Texas, and Duncanville, and welcome to this edition of Duncanville Weekly News for the middle part of September 2016. Glad you're logged on and watching. Well, on this show, we're going to give you a couple of promos for events in Duncanville that are coming up before the Panther's Den show, and one at halftime. So let's get started.
Had some moonshine whiskey and summer bombs homegrown.
Have you ever heard of Earl Mizell or Charles Acton or David Freeman? Well, 60 years ago, those guys were instrumental in founding and starting the Duncanville Chamber of Commerce. And on Saturday night, September the 24th, a concert with Shades of Grey, an auction, cocktails, dancing, raffles, and a big spender pool will highlight the celebration of 60 years of the Duncanville Chamber of Commerce. The event will be at Eddie Dean's Ranch in Dallas, known for their wonderful barbecue and other party facilities. For more information and reservations, call the Chamber at 972-780-4990. It's a 60th year celebration. On Saturday, September the 17th, at the Sims Recreation Center in Cedar Hill, the Tri-City Animal Shelter will host Paws, Claws, and Outlaws, their 8th annual gala, benefiting the Friends of the Shelter. For all information, including advertising, tickets, donations, sponsorships, etc., go to their website, www.tricityfriends.org, or see the folks at the shelter or at Camp Bow Wow or at the Pet Medical Center in Duncanville. See you there.
It's Texas. It's fall. It's high school football time in Duncanville, and the Panther's Den show on Duncanville Weekly News with highlights of last week's Panther football game and a preview of this week's game. The Panther's Den show on Duncanville Weekly News is brought to us by Jane's Memorial Chapel, your home-owned and operated funeral home celebrating life, honoring families, and serving you in your time of need. By the Wolverton Company, serving the Duncanville area's heating and air conditioning needs for longer than anybody can remember. By Leon Miller Commercial Properties on Main Street. Call Leon at 972-709-7181 if you need office or retail space. Freedom Chevrolet, Buick and GMC. There is not a more convenient to Duncanville new and used car dealership. It's Freedom, it's Chevrolet, it's right here. The Pope Financial Group of Raymond James and Associates. By Ben Franklin Pharmacy and Kitchens Deli. It's a trip back to the good old days right here on Main Street. By Carlin's Automotive Repair and Service, CARS, your hometown auto repair shop at 209 South Hastings. Since 1997, CARS does just about everything. Check them out at carlinscars.com or call 972-298-4869. Dale Ward's Farmers Insurance Agency. By Rick and Jamie at Ben Franklin Plumbing. If there's any delay, it's you we pay. Glow Family Dental, right here in Duncanville on Wheatland, right by the tracks. And now, here's John with all the DHS Panthers football game highlights.
Hello, Duncanville football fans, and welcome back to the Panther's Den show. Well, the Panthers went over to Dallas Kincaid Stadium last Friday night to meet the Raiders from Skyline. And here's what happened.
It was a warm evening over at Kincaid Stadium. To the 0-2 Skyline Raiders, captains are Kashawn, Terrence Newman, along with Trey and Jalen. The Panthers won the reenacted toss and chose to defer till the second half, and so kicked off. It's a return home for Coach Reginald Samples. After a touchback kickoff, the Raiders went 3 and out thanks to plays like this from Javon Adams and friends. The Panthers quickly move the ball down the field, and Isaiah Upshaw takes a pass from Jalen for the opening touchdown in the corner of the end zone. Here's a look at how most of the Panther fans saw it. Josh converts the PAT. So with almost half the first quarter gone, it's 7-0 Panthers. After the ensuing Panther kickoff, Skyline ran it 5 plays before this quarterback sack by Terrence, forcing another Raider punt. On second down, check out this catch by Trey for 28 yards to the Raider 16. Here's a little closer and slower look. That play set up a field goal attempt by Josh, and it's good for a 10-0 lead. After the ensuing Panther kickoff, Eli Jones makes a nice tackle on a screen pass completion. And that closes out the first quarter with the Panthers leading 10-0. Want to see a 53-yard punt that really goes about 30? It just bounced wrong for Trey. Jalen to McKendrick for 20 and a first down at the Raider 28. 4 plays later, Jalen finds some light and takes it the final 9 yards for the score. Josh adds the PAT, so with 8:21 left in the first half, it's 17-0 Panthers. It took 12 plays, but the Raiders get on the board with a 24-yard touchdown pass, and the PAT made it 17-7 Panthers with 4 minutes left in the first half. And Coach Samples thinks the receiver might have been out of bounds, but after the ensuing Raider kickoff, Jalen goes for 28 yards. But soon after that, it's punt time for the Panthers. And Josh puts it down to their 16. But a 26-yard return by them was no factor. And at the half, it's the Panthers 17 and Skyline 7.
Howdy, I'm Casey Cheshire, and I'm the race director for the 3rd annual Heart of Duncanville 5K. Come take part in a 5K race or a 1-mile fun run on Saturday, October 8th at Ben Franklin Apothecary. All proceeds from the event will benefit the Education Foundation in providing grants to local teachers. After the race, there will be a concert by the Shane Bell Band, bounce houses, and door prizes for runners. Register at www.heartofduncanville5k.com or at Ben Franklin on Main Street. So come join us on October 8th and support the Duncanville ISD Education Foundation.
After receiving the second half kickoff, the teams exchanged punts before Jakari goes for 7 yards and a first down at midfield. And then on third down, Jalen spots Jakari over the middle for 44 yards to the Skyline 8-yard line. And then 2 plays later, Jalen takes it to the house. And Josh's PAT makes it 24-7, Panthers. The Raiders took the Panthers kickoff and marched right down the field. And we thought they had been stopped when Trishawn Devonis made this interception in the end zone, but he was called for holding. 2 plays later, they punch it in the left side. And add the PAT. The last play of the third quarter was after the Raider kickoff when Jalen completes to McKendrick for 36 yards and a first down. And after 3, the Panthers leading 24-14. Early in the fourth, after the Panthers had turned it over on downs, Skyline has 3rd and 11 on their own 33, and this screen pass is stopped by Jamarcus Robertson. The Panthers have it back at the Skyline 19 with a 4th and 3. But forego a field goal try, but Trey can't get those yardage, and the ball goes over to the Raiders. Then 3 plays later, Skyline has 4th and 8 at their own 20. And Gabe Blanton sacks the quarterback to end that possession, and the Panthers take over. And on the first play, Keelan Elder takes it home, and Josh's PAT makes it 31-14 Panthers. The last play of the game was this short pass that took the clock all the way to 0. Final, Panthers 31 and Dallas Skyline 14. And since Coach Samples was the Raiders coach before coming to Duncanville last year, he knows everybody on the field. And the Panthers are 3-0.
Good job. Hey, man, 4-0 is next. That's all I care about.
Each show we have a play of the week. And in last Friday night's game with Skyline, it happened in the first quarter when
the Panthers had 2nd down, and this catch by Trey Siggers gave them a first down and set up a Panther field goal to make it a 2-possession lead. And that's kind of why it's the play of the week.
The play of the week is brought to us by the Pope Financial Group of Raymond James and Associates. See John or Don at 222 East Wheatland Road or call 972-780-0533 for your investment needs.
also we have a hit of the week. And in the Skyline game, it also happened in the first quarter when the Raiders were on the move when
Terrence Newman interrupted their plans with this quarterback sack, which led to a Raider punt to protect a 7-point lead and lead to a Panther field goal. And that's why it's the hit of the week.
The hit of the week is brought to us by Ben Franklin Apothecary, located at 302 North Main Street in the heart of downtown Duncanville. Shop for unique gifts, take care of any pharmaceutical needs, or enjoy lunch at Kitchen's Deli Sandwich Shop. Call 972-298-1147 or visit online for more information.
So the Panthers are now 3-0. We'll be back on September the 27th or before with highlights of the Panthers' first district game with Irving. And as we close, let's see some highlights from the remembrance event that the Chamber had last week. And see you then the 27th of September.
against terrorism aimed at our great country and violence aimed at police officers across this nation.
From the original CAV, and in Texas, when you talk Texas military, you talk cavalry. I mean, that's how we got started with Rangers. Actually, as far back as 1822, the Republic of Mexico's Militia Act organized 2 militia districts along the Brazos in Colorado. Stephen F. Austin, the father of Texas, issued a call for mounted volunteers to range. Right? That's where the term Rangers come from. God, I remember this from